Bitcoin wallets created before 2016 are potentially exposed to a critical vulnerability, risking over $1 billion in cryptocurrency. The flaw known as Ransom affects wallets built by Bitcoin.js, including those from popular crypto platforms like Blockchain Info and Dogechain Info. These wallets rely on weak random number generators, making them susceptible to brute force attacks. Cryptocurrency recovery firm Unciphered has identified the issue and notified over 1 million users, urging those with older Bitcoin wallets to take immediate action before their crypto assets get stolen. Recent enhancements to ChatGPT have unveiled concerning security vulnerabilities. The concerns primarily stem from the newly added file upload feature, which includes a code interpreter allowing Python code execution. The identified vulnerabilities expose the system to prompt injection attacks, with the potential for manipulating ChatGPT into encoding and sending user-uploaded files to malicious websites. Testing by Tom's Hardware revealed worrisome security risks, including systems' ability to read and execute Linux commands. Major security concerns surrounding Intel and AMD CPUs have been brought to light as two critical vulnerabilities, Reptar and CacheWarp, have been uncovered. Intel's Reptar vulnerability affects desktop, mobile, and server CPUs, posing risk for privilege escalation, information disclosure, and denial of service, especially in multi-tenant virtualized environments. On the AMD front, researchers disclosed CacheWarp, a software vault attack targeting AMD's secure encrypted virtualization technology, or SEV. CacheWarp allows attackers to breach encrypted VMs, achieve privilege escalation, and perform remote code execution. Both Intel and AMD have released microcode updates, underscoring the urgency for users to apply the latest patches to secure their systems against potential exploits. The LockBit Ransomware Gang is leveraging publicly available exploits for the session hijacking CitrixBleed vulnerability to target large organizations. LockBit has reportedly leaked around 50 gigabytes of stolen data from Boeing, a major jetliner manufacturer and U.S. defense contractor. The leaked data includes backups from various systems with documents dating back to October 22, 2023. The first batch of leaked information, part of an extortion campaign, revealed sensitive data such as engine part suppliers, technical operators, financial details, and marketing data. Boeing has confirmed awareness of the cyber incident, emphasizing that it doesn't impact flight safety and that they're actively investigating with law enforcement and regulatory authorities. Toyota Financial Services confirms unauthorized access to their systems in Europe and Africa following an attack by the Medusa ransomware gang. The hackers are demanding an $8 million ransom, threatening to leak stolen data including financial documents, invoices, passport scans, and more, with a deadline set for November 26th. The vulnerability is leaked to a vulnerable Citrix gateway in the company's German office, potentially exploited through the CitrixBleed vulnerability. Toyota Financial Services is working with law enforcement, and while the incident is limited to Europe and Africa, the implications of the breach and data exposure raise significant concerns. A recent cyber attack on DP World Australia, a key international logistics firm, has led to the partial closure of major Australian ports, disrupting 40% of the country's container trade. The attack has raised concerns about a shortage of Christmas goods, as the ports handle significant freight and the recovery timeline is uncertain. Experts warn that the disruption could lead to price hikes and inflationary pressure impacting the overall economy. The attack, suspected to be a ransomware incident, has left thousands of containers stranded, including those with time-sensitive goods, with damages estimated in the millions of dollars. Bitdefender researchers have exposed a novel weakness in Google Workspace that could potentially lead to ransomware attacks, data exfiltration, and password decryption. The vulnerabilities affecting organizations using Google Credential Provider for Windows could potentially allow attackers to escalate a single compromised machine into a network-wide breach. Despite Bitdefender's findings, Google has declined to address the issues, stating that it is up to their users to deploy robust security measures to mitigate the risk. The Dragon Touch Kids Pad Y88X10, a tablet designed for children, has been discovered to contain traces of well-known malware, presenting potential threats to user security. The tablet, purchased online from Amazon, runs an outdated version of Android and comes pre-installed with harmful software that compromises both performance and security. The tablet also features an outdated Kiddos app with questionable data collection practices. Despite being labeled as COPPA certified, the Kiddos app collects information such as device model, brand, country, time zone, screen size, view events, click events, log time events, and a unique kid ID, and sends all of that information over an insecure, unencrypted HTTP connection. The Alphv, aka BlackCat ransomware gang, is employing malicious Google ads to distribute malware. In recent attacks, the gang targeted a law firm, a manufacturer, and a warehouse provider, using deceptive Google ads promoting popular software to lure business professionals. Victims unwillingly install the nitrogen malware, providing intruders a foothold into the organization's IT environment, ultimately leading to Alphv or BlackCat ransomware infections. The rise of malvertising campaigns highlights the need for user awareness training beyond simple email phishing, as well as better vetting from advertising platforms like Google. The Michigan-based healthcare delivery system, McLaren Healthcare, is notifying approximately 2.2 million individuals about a data breach that occurred earlier this year. The breach, identified on the 22nd of August, resulted in unauthorized access to McLaren's network between July 28th and August 23rd. The intruders obtained approximately 6 terabytes of personal medical information, including names, dates of birth, social security numbers, health insurance details, and medical records. Despite being one of the largest breaches in the US, this incident did not exploit a zero-day vulnerability, meaning this likely could have been prevented if systems were up to date. The Alphv, aka BlackCat Ransomware Group, is suspected to be involved. McLaren is facing multiple lawsuits with accusations of lacking basic security measures commonly used in the healthcare industry. The pharmacy provider Truepill, operating as Postmeds, has suffered a data breach affecting over 2 million customers. Threat actors gained unauthorized network access on August 31st, with the breach discovered a day later. The exposed data includes full names, medication types, demographic information, and prescribing physicians' names, posing risks of phishing and social engineering attacks. Truepill is facing legal repercussions, including class action lawsuits, for alleged security lapses such as lack of encryption on sensitive healthcare information and a delay in notifying the affected individuals. Perry Johnson and Associates, a medical transcription service provider, reveals that a cyber attack in March 2023 has exposed the personal information of nearly 9 million patients. The threat actor gained access to PJ&A's network between March 27th and May 2nd of 2023, compromising sensitive data such as full names, dates of birth, medical record numbers, social security numbers, and medical transcription files. While PJ&A initiated data breach notifications, the incident has also impacted other healthcare providers, including Cook County Health and Northwell Health, with a total number of affected individuals reaching 8,952,000. The state of Maine has revealed a data breach affecting around 1.3 million individuals following an attack on its MOVEit file transfer system. Exploiting a zero-day vulnerability, threat actors accessed and downloaded files belonging to certain state agencies between May 28th and May 29th of 2023. The compromised data includes social security numbers, dates of birth, driver's license or state identification numbers, taxpayer identification numbers, and in some cases medical information and health insurance details. The breach is a part of a larger hacking campaign by the CacheWarp ransomware group targeting the MOVEit file transfer platform, affecting approximately 1,000 organizations and over 60 million individuals. The official Twitter account of Bloomberg Crypto was compromised, redirecting users to a deceptive website in a phishing attack aimed at stealing Discord credentials. The attackers utilized an old Telegram channel previously owned by Bloomberg, exploiting the transition of usernames in October 2023. Visitors were directed to a fake Bloomberg Discord server, where a phishing site prompted them to verify their Discord account, ultimately attempting to steal their login credentials. Samsung Electronics has experienced another data breach affecting customers who made purchases from the Samsung UK online store between July 1st, 2019 and June 30th of 2020. The breach, discovered on November 13th, resulted from a hacker exploiting a vulnerability in a third-party application. Personal information such as names, phone numbers, addresses, and email addresses was exposed, but Samsung assures customers that financial information and passwords remained unaffected. This incident marks the third data breach for Samsung in 2 years, with previous breaches exposing confidential information and source code for Galaxy smartphones. Rapid7's Metasploit, an open-source penetration testing framework, has added 8 new exploit modules targeting recent critical vulnerabilities. Notable exploits include unauthenticated remote code execution in Cisco iOS XE, Magnus Billing, Ajax Pro, and Apache ActiveMQ. The update also features enhancements, bug fixes, and improvements in detecting hypervisors and authenticators. If you want to learn more about this, check out a recent video that I made where I show you how to use the ActiveMQ Metasploit module to exploit vulnerable servers.